everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles. Thank you guys for subscribing. I hope everyone's happy and well wherever you are. This video is going to be a little bit about chakras and just aligning your chakras and the importance of each one, and also how it relates to your auric field a little bit. Now understand that this is just a quick condensed type of video. I'm not giving all the information that I know and all that, because we will be here for hours talking about the chakra systems and the lesser chakras and all of that kind of thing. So I'm just trying to give you guys a quick view of how you can start to align your chakras properly. And I tell you what, it's very important, and I know that there's many different ways of doing it, yoga postures and chanting and this and that and cleansing and going to a healer and all those sorts of things. That's fine, but you need to get into the habit of working with your chakras yourself and you know, hands-on healing yourself and aligning these chakras. It's very important for many reasons. Now I just want to say we're going to work with the 7 main chakras. Now there are thousands of chakras that go to infinity and right down into the core of the earth. This is what I believe, and also multi-directions, multi-dimensional. It just keeps on going. However, the main ones that are talking about our physical body are the 7 main ones. I actually like to work with 12 of the main ones in the body, but we're actually going to just do 7 today for this. Okay, so you must work with the, you know, for simplicity's and the sake of this video, we'll just work with the 7. So the base chakra is your first chakra, what we think of as the first chakra, and this is located at the if you're looking at the center of our body, so we go from our nose straight down to the center of our body. The base chakra is actually where the top of the pubic bone is, kind of thing, and it radiates through the back to the tailbone or to the spine, so all of this area. And it also radiates a little bit further than that, but again, we'll just keep it simple. That is your base chakra, and it's also the first auric layer, is resonating on the physical. So the base chakra is the physical, the sexual, the reproductive, the sexual urges that you have, the sexual partners that you've had, and as I said, the reproductive pain and physical pain in these areas. You know, the physical pain actually in your whole body has to do with this base chakra. It emanates from this area. The second chakra is your navel chakra or your sacral chakra, and that is just where your belly button is, kind of thing. So around that belly button area is very important, and that is your nurturing type of an area, and it's also an orange. So you want to think of, so as I'm talking about these things, please place your hands on those areas and focus on the colours. So it's orange, and again, the reproductive system, your emotions. This is the area where our feelings and, you know, our feelings stem from, you know, our emotions stem from. And if this part is out of alignment, I will explain to you what it might feel like in a minute. Okay. And it's also the second layer of the aura field, auric field, which is emotion and feeling. Okay, so the third auric layer is yellow, and this is just below your ribs. So just place your hand just below your ribs. Okay, we're thinking of the colour yellow. And this is all your thinking actually, and your worry, your stress, as well as the triumphs in your life, the great moments in your life are all sitting in this area here. You'll also find you're hurting. When you're hurting, you might grab your stomach. A lot of people hurt with their heart. Okay, that might be a different sort of a thing. But when you absorb emotions from other people and you're absorbing energy from other people and all those kinds of things, it's actually sinking into this area. So that is just underneath your ribs. Okay, the heart chakra. Okay, you want to look right in the middle of your chest. If you've got if you think about your boobies, just think about the middle of your boobies, okay, in the chest area there, or your pecs if you're a man. Right in that center where the clavicles come together, that is your heart chakra area. And there's also some lower chakras in there, which I won't get into today because we will get too confused. Okay. So we are in the heart chakra area, and this is the 4th chakra, and it's also the 4th auric layer, and the color is green or pink, doesn't really matter, love in all of its forms, so all-encompassing love as well. So your emotional love, your love of your partner, your love of your exes, and all those sorts of things are sitting on your heart. Also your mothering, your nurturing, your caring, all of these things are here. Also, negative things like guilt and shame, things can sit in your heart chakra area. So it metabolizes the energy of love, okay? It just sinks in there, metabolizes the energy of love or lack of it throughout your body. Alright, so the throat chakra, just where, if you're a bloke, you've got an Adam's apple, just sort of sink it underneath there, be very gentle. You can actually feel your vocal cords there. Your throat, or the fifth chakra, is your speaking of the truth, your higher will, your power of the words, and divine will, taking responsibility for your actions and being able to speak up. And a lot of these people, a lot of people have their throat chakra injured through smoking or through screaming and yelling and through physical violence. Being strangled and all of those sorts of things. We've strained this area so much. And also when we feel like we haven't been able to say what we want to say, we've been muffled. This throat chakra gets very dirty and cloudy and it shrinks in, and it has an effect on your overall aura. So, yeah, taking responsibility for our actions, all the things are just sitting there in our throat, okay? The third eye, which is in the middle of your eyebrows, some people say in your forehead. I like to think of it as sort of in the middle of your eyebrows, okay? Or there, and there is a good place to touch. That's your sixth chakra. This is the celestial love, your inner mind, the inner thoughts, the all-encompassing love, caring, holding everything dear. So this is how God loves you, and where you're sending love out to people on a whole spiritual realm. And also, of course, if you open up this area and bring more light to it, you are going to be able to see more clearly as a clairvoyant, seeing clearly. Alright, so, and the crown chakra, which is right in the center of the top of your head, and also going to the back of your head, this whole area, if you sectioned it off, and also radiating out as far as the eye can see. Your crown chakra is your higher mind, your higher self comes in here, the higher knowing, your spiritual and physical integration, and is also the seventh auric layer. It's associated with the spiritual, and its physical integration. So if this isn't working properly, you might be reaching out to the spiritual realms and not hearing anything or sensing anything because this is all blocked and shut off. How are you supposed to let it integrate with your body if this is completely shut off? So, as we've been going through these specific locations, you will be finding that there has been a clearing going on at this time because we've been talking about it. So there are specific locations in the body and weaknesses or strength, and what causes physical problems in our life is through these areas being weakened. So this is why it's so important that we bring more light and flowing energy through our body, through our chakras, so we don't get ill and we don't have issues. If we've already got issues, there'll be at least one chakra in your body that has been completely, almost, shrunk in size and just hard as a rock. And it should be free flowing energy, flowing. Chakra means wheel in Sanskrit. Wheels turn, right? So we've got to see these chakras as turning energy points in our body. Okay. And because the 7 chakras, energy points in our body correspond with nerve plexuses in the body. So if they're depleted, this is what's going on. Your nerves are not firing it properly, and they're not helping you as it can be. Okay, so it's important to align, open them, let more light energy in, and we feel better. So how do we let the energy in? Well, let me first explain. I've got some notes here. Sorry, guys. Let me first explain that there are many different methods to this. You could go to a healer and they could help you align your chakras. You could go and do yoga postures, and that's very good at helping you. You can meditate on it and all those sorts of things. A lot of people find they either don't have the money to go and do all these things, or they don't have the time, or they just want something quick and easy to do. So as we were going over each part of our body there, that's the same thing that you are going to do when you are aligning and firing up your chakras properly. So you really need to focus this intention on light, 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 going from your hands right in the center of your palms. You've got some lower chakras. It's very important to use them. They're healing energy. That's healing energy. You've already got it there. So you would put both hands, some people say to make like a shape like this, or one hand over the other, or just your hands out like that. I find going like that on my own body is fine for me. Just whatever you feel comfortable with. Remember, it's just an intention. So as you're breathing in, you breathe in, focus on the chakra. So you're thinking about it, your hands are on it, and you breathe out. And imagine that you are breathing out. And remember when we were kids and we had those fans that we used to blow on, and they would just spin around like this, and we'd be blowing this thing all day and the fans would spin around. Well, imagine that when you're blowing out, that you are actually pushing the wheel, your chakra wheel, around. So you're holding it, breathing in the energy, breathing out. Imagine this wheel going around. Okay, and as you're doing it, you only need to do it like 2 or 3 times. And you should imagine it bright, clean and shiny before you move on to the next one. Okay, so that is all you need to do. Align your chakras like this every day. Hold your hands over the area. Breathe in, focus on your chakra. Breathe out. Imagine the wheel spinning, to the right, to the left, whatever you want to do. Another thing that you can do, so that you'd go right through there, and I would suggest that you do that before you go to sleep, so you're nice and clear in the morning, and you probably have some really crazy dreams that will help you as well. The other thing that you can do, so you're aligning it, is take a crystal, whatever crystal you feel comfortable with. If you have crystals and you work with them, fine. Or go and find a special stone outside. Everybody has rocks and stones near them, so there's no excuse. Just go out and dedicate this stone, rock or crystal to cleansing the chakras and cleansing the corresponding aura levels. So again, you would just hold your crystal over this area. You can press it on yourself if you feel comfortable enough, or just keep it away and go around your auric field a few times. And this was the actual crystal is picking up the negative energy in your aura field, and then go through and do the chakra one, but using the crystals to help draw out any stagnant or negative energies or problems within those problems within those areas throughout your body. So the base chakra, which rules over the adrenal glands and the spinal column and your kidneys. If you've got problems in those areas, you may have dirty chakras. You may have dirty auric level in that area. You may also, because it's your sexual area, as we were explaining before, if you are single, for example, and you're continually thinking about the ex that you had or whatever, and that really hurt you, part of your sexual energy is still all the way over there, wherever they are in the world. And you can see how you are, in each of your chakra areas, where you can let your energy just flow out there, and you need to bring it back into yourself. You own it. You need to own it. You need to take a stand with your body and your emotions. So that is that area of the body. The sacral chakra rules the gonads, the reproductive system. So if you're having issues in that area, maybe this needs a good cleaning and cleansing. And do this and believe that it is working for you. The solar plexus is the pancreas, and the stomach and the liver and the gallbladder and the nervous system are all governed by the solar plexus. And so if you're starting to have problems in these areas, again, pull it back in, align your chakra, light your chakra up with light. Do this, start doing this and see the difference that it makes in your life. The heart chakra is also the thymus gland, and the area of the body is your heart, your blood, your circulatory system, and the vagus nerve. So think about this. Are you having heart problems? Are you having trouble breathing? Are you worrying? Are you thinking about someone too much? Do you take all the world, you know, the worry upon yourself? And do you feel guilt, and do you feel grief? You may be feeling them to a degree of exaggeration because you know, your heart is just with somebody else, and you know, your energy is all over the place. So draw this back in. Now you know how to do it quickly, just drawing it back in. Now, the throat is also to do with your thyroid, and also the bronchial and vocal areas and the lungs in your body. So focus on your throat. Generally, if you have issues, you know, like with asthma and things like that, and it all stems from the throat area, or you have hay fever and allergies and all those sorts of things, you may notice a tickle in your throat first, and then, you know, you start to have breathing issues. Close it all in, and you know, don't panic. It's a panic. Whenever something's going wrong in your chest, your lungs, it's a panic reaction. So anxiety and all that falls into that place. So start bringing this in and taking control of this. Your crown chakra, your third eye chakra is the pituitary gland and lower brain. The left eye, your ears, nose and nervous system. So that's very important. You also have chakras behind both of your eyes, right behind the center of them, lower chakras. So imagine this whole area lighting up and spinning freely and clearing. It helps you with a foggy mind, and it will help to open that screen that, you know, behind your eyes, so that you can see clearly. A lot of people also have, you know, some energy focused towards them in a negative way to their third eye, and this blocks you from seeing things. So open this up, people. Okay, the seventh is the crown chakra and the pineal pituitary gland as well, your upper brain and the right eye. And this is where the upper brain and the right side of your brain and the right eye is where you are going to see the pictures and the memories, and you know, your visualization is strong in those areas. So let's build that up. If you're also not having, if you also can't see very well when you're visualizing with meditations. So you're breathing, you're pulling in the chakras mentally, pull them in mentally, release all the ties to people that have blocked you in the past, that have hurt you, that have annoyed you, that have upset you, that have done you wrong, that have betrayed you, that have been selfish, that have been just nasty. Block them off, and you know, you'll ask Archangel Michael to come through and cut all those ties and pull all that energy back to yourself. It's so very important. You know, you're clearing the aura, you're doing the work, you're clearing the aura, you're letting go of negativity. See yourself start to fade back and attach yourself back to problems and situations and issues, and cancel that, bringing your chakras back to you, full and full of light. Your body is full of light. The healing is happening within your body. You're dissolving anything that it doesn't need to be there, or any issue that you don't need to have anymore for your life journey. And you are going to be able to heal yourself, not only yourself, but the aura around you is going to be healing. And you know, it'll become so strong that attachments and tears in the aura, entangles in the aura, and all those sorts of things, and people hanging on to you and all that, can't really exist where there is that much light. And you know, we really have to focus on the chakra energy centers, not just a little bit, but focusing on it really properly with our intention. Like I often just say, okay, I'm now imagining my chakras all together, and I just rush things, and it wasn't helping. Especially I was noticing that taking on all this emotion and hurt and pain, like when my grandmother was with us, and then all the family issue, and not my own family but my extended family, just all carrying on like fruitcakes because grandma was living with me. And you know, I was just finding that I was worrying about that person, that person, that person, that person, dealing with grandma, and my stomach was just getting fatter and fatter and fatter no matter what I was eating, and because I'm always healthy and try my best anyway, and eliminate all these things and eat small portions and all this stuff, gluten-free, whatever, and still it's just expanding because my physical body is trying to take on everything. The chakra isn't even working properly anymore. So especially your lower chakras, if you're putting on weight or you're having obsessive thoughts or you're worrying about a whole lot of people, really focus. I will guarantee you that those areas have been lacking, and once you put light back in there, you're going to want to do it all the time because you're going to feel the difference that it's bringing to you. So everybody, just remember, this is just a short, I know I talk a bit, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview of different things, and I will make a meditation or something on doing this process if you like, if you want to listen to it or whatever. But I will talk also about the 21 lower chakras. Doesn't mean that they're just lesser in energy or less vital to our body, but they're still important to what we're doing. And if we can activate all of the chakras, then wow, it'll be pretty intense, I can imagine. So remember that you just take what bits of information resonate with you and leave the rest. If this is helpful to you, I want to hear about it. If you've tried this exercise, let me know so other people know how it works. And I hope this has been helpful to someone out there. I have another video about balancing your chakras using a pendulum, and that is on my Devine Healing channel. The links are in the description box, and that might help some people out there as well. That was a really fun one to do. So there you go. I know some people are asking about the chakras, and there you go. That's my sort of take on just quickly. I've got so much I could teach you guys about the chakras and the whole body, but it would just be wow, intense. So I might keep that and just do a little course on it for you all. Anyway, until the next video, I thank you once again for subscribing and listening, and it's goodbye from me. Bye everyone.